why in Kenya, pum pum is a chubby babe.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
If someone is entering your pum pum, you think they're gonna ring the doorbell? Do you think they're gonna knock? They say, girl, get ready. Me come sit down pon it. A cheater is a cheater.
Now cheaters can get reformed.
Bro,
Walai,
listen to
They can
me.
never change their spots.
Cheater never change.
How?
Cheater never change.
How?
Because if it's a guy.
Explain. This construct that we have, which is mainly driven by European standards, right? One babe, loyalty of all sorts of things, providing. The provision is like utterly crazy. African tradition, we've been taught that the man must provide. Now he's looking at himself like, so basically in this society, they don't see like I'm worth anything. You get what I mean? Uchali anafaa kuhamia Tibet. Na mademu wake wanne. Hiyo 5 bob yake yeye ni sauce. Hakuna mtu anamwambia ati na wewe Jojo unakonga umesota. Relax, tuchange tutakukamia. You know? All right. Yo. Guess who's back?
Back
again.
Yeah.
Carrie's back.
Yeah.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Aya, tumechoka surely. Sharudi. You know what it is? You don't know it's Formula 1 season?
What does that have to do? Are you into the Formula 1 like that?
Yeah.
Are you?
The driver.
Kabisa.
He's a driver. Really?
Yeah. Like
I don't
hata
get
uelewi
F1,
kabisa.
man.
No,
I
nilikuwa
don't
naumwa na
Shaiyo na Formula
tumbo.
1 Lewis Hamilton venye anaendesha.
Nilikuwa naumwa na tumbo.
Seriously. Choice.
You know how you go to a concert alafu unaona chicken tikka, man? It looks nice. Yani the marinated. It's juu anapakanga na nini ni orange.
Hiyo
Hiyo
inaitwa
ya orange.
hiyo ya orange inaitwa
Niko hapo, I was watching Cranium eating chicken.
I
saw
shouldn't
Red
have
Sun
gone
on
for that
stage.
cranium thing. You should have gone home. I told you.
Unajua mushanga Red Sun is in this country. I thought you should have what?
Should have gone home. I told you we go home. You didn't go. Now look, you are sick for a whole week. Listen to me next
I
time.
had fun.
You
Listen
never
to me next
even
time.
gave us any updates about that concert.
Yeah.
See, we did see him after that. You did you see him? See
No.
Ali Goncheka? Yeah.
I saw Red Sun on stage. Red Sun, amazing, man. Like,
Man, Red Sun is
guy
still in this
can
country.
really perform. Nilishanga hadi yako kwa lineup. Alifanya ma TBT.
Isn't he like 50?
Yeah. And then the thing is, ngoma za Red Sun.
No, I'm asking.
Ngoma za Red Sun.
Hold
Like
on,
right now,
hold
if
on.
there's one artist who'd pass for urban tone, is him. Like absolutely. Because
his
his
tunes.
style, all his tunes and everything, iko na hiyo vibe.
Sindio,
Kabisa.
yeah, and he's always been like that from day one.
Yeah. It was
Imagine.
really dope.
Now, if like a 50-year-old singing in the urban tone, yeah, I've got my own car, yeah, I've just come from the gym because gout, right?
Yeah.
Memorial
Just came from getting a full body checkup.
Memorial
I'm fine.
wamekam. My wife, I'm taking her to the chama. Like what? Unamse Hamilton ako 50
I always thought Red Sun was so attractive though, like from back in the day.
girl.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think I
Say,
ever had
till
like
today.
a crush. But like Red Sun has
Fine.
always been a very good looking guy.
Fine, yeah.
So, holla at me, I'm joking.
No, for real. That man, when he was like Julie, man.
And he's
yes.
maintained. I'm like, it's me.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was Julie for a while.
Yeah.
That guy is fine. But I can't believe you just shout out to Red Sun, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't believe you are subbing Red Sun like that and Sean Paul is coming for a concert.
Sean Paul.
Jess came to say, you know that guy is, how old do you think Sean Paul is?
50.
I thought you were going to say 50 something. I don't think they can be the same age
Red
as
Sun
Red
And Sean Paul.
No, Sean Paul is definitely
Paul must
older
be
for
older.
sure.
He's younger.
Yeah. No, he's not.
I think he's young. I think Sean Paul popped off akiwa nini?
Akiwa mtoi.
Akiwa mtoi.
Guy.
Like kabisa.
No, bro. That guy is in his 50s.
First of all, have you seen this thing where apparently he hasn't been saying Sean Paul, he hasn't been saying his name.
Yeah.
He's been saying just some football. Is it a footballer's name or
it's
what?
a cricket player.
Or a cricket
Called
player.
Shanda
I'm
Paul.
like,
Imagine.
Yeah.
he was just renaming he's Indian, right?
Yeah. You know,
Okay,
like the way
just
Major
checking.
says, hiya. And you guys are thinking he's saying hiya.
Nazi.
What is he
His
saying?
caretaker is called hiya.
Nazi.
You wait. Major comes to tell you guys.
But that
So-
concert, the concert was dope. Cranium performed. Cranium bebad somebody's babe on stage. And you know Jamaican artists.
Yeah. How will break up?
Me, I always say...
Did she do sit down?
Yeah. Alishikwa hivi amebebwa.
That's the sit down.
Like, kabisa.
Even me, I'd be like, remember 22 cut
And she was a big girl.
What?
Oh, as in Jamaicans just have nguvu that I wonder where it comes from.
Because that's their
Jamaicans are hardworking.
Yeah?
Kenyans wanajifanya ati they like petite. Sema una nguvu. Mwanaume ni ugali.
Yeah.
Shouting.
Shout out to DJ Raf.
I feel like you're shouting at me, honestly.
No.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
This thing,
like
no. Just me have to talk. You know, you're petite. B511, and then you're trying to tell the guy, no, let's be romantic. Then he's killing your leg. Then he's like, now we'll carry your head.
You know,
I'm so long.
There's a video I've ever put up, like someone like much taller than me was recording me, and then someone was like, "Is that Kwambox?" I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, because everybody.
I said, first of all, this guy is 6'5". I don't know why you think that's Kwambox.
Yeah.
I saw myself from his point of view. I look like a chicken.
You see what I'm saying?
It's horrible.
Yeah. So you, when you're small, you know, someone can be like, you're like, I can imagine you're hiking like Mount Kenya, right? And then you get tired. Someone can just say, just come and carry you with my bag. Like you get. Me, if we're going on safari, we are lost somewhere. Then I'm like, you guys, my legs have stopped walking. I can't walk anymore. Guys are like, hey, sir, utaka hapa tukuite sandini na support. Nobody is offering to carry me.
Takuitia nduthi.
Ni faint.
Watakuwa tapo
Watu
ni wamke.
wananiangalia, hey, somebody
okay.
call an ambulance. Na say hospitality kwa hapa.
But what's the fun in those dance moves that they actually do, man? Like,
so you do them first. You befanye what, then you can know.
Nimepanda kwa roof. Ati dema kwa hapo hivyo chini. She's just twerking, you know, like on her knees and everything. And then I jump all the way to her.
Like,
and then we
for
continue.
what reason?
Hi, Bambi.
Come on. That's why you guys, it's not called pum pum. That's why in Kenya, pum pum is a chubby babe.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
If someone is entering your pum pum, you think they're gonna ring the doorbell? Do you think they're gonna knock? They say, girl, get ready. Me come sit down on it. Even when they're telling you, you know, they want, like, you know, hey, girl. Yeah. You know, me, I like, you know, come here, girl. Everything about them is like, you know, it's
so aggressive.
It's action. It's assertive, right?
Yeah.
So
that's aggressive.
Aki babe, Aki, open sesame. Apana Johnson. Aki, password ni 1824. Johnson, imagine leo niko na periods, Jamaican anasema, girl,
sit down on it.
Bring that shave and pom pom. You know, like,
Mina swim with the shark.
you know what I mean? Like he's even telling you, me no want no big thing. Me want clean fish. I'm like, so already, even from their music, they've already told you, Joyce, if you're planning to hook up with the Jamaican,
no thanks. I'm scared.
But
we'll
I
just
had,
see with a walking fish.
I had from
wheelchair.
G-Money, Jamaicans don't eat pum pum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like...
They just aggressively enter it.
With all that to actually do, I want him to...
And there's a kula ishe.
Only teeth.
But it was a good experience. The VIP and backstage was like mixed. So got to interact with a lot of people. Are we going to Ghana? Because King Promise was like, we go to Ghana. Yeah.
You've really been pushing this Ghana story.
Ghana,
I might just
Ghana
have
agenda,
to.
we're gonna go. Lakini sasa, here there's a problem.
What do you mean? Oh, Mwezi and at the same time?
No, actually, that's not... Mimi, I'll actually keep quiet on this story. Let's see people there. Talk when you're there. Because remember, we talked about Portugal here. We're like, okay, oh my God. Hey, tulikuwa tu hapa tukia. Ati, Afro Cinema. Me, I was talking about Afro Cinema, not Afro
Me,
Future.
nilienda Prague. I don't know about you guys.
Whatever.
It's
See, that's
Praha.
what I'm saying.
It's Praha.
Have you been there? Have you been there? Speak about places we haven't been, but we are very curious about.
Okay.
What's the capital city of our country? EQ?
EQ.
What's it? EQ?
Oh, Malabo.
Ni Maloba?
It was Malabo.
Equatorial
Yeah, it was
Guinea.
Malabo. Hey.
I know you don't know the capital city, you just know the strokes.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm there.
Yeah. As we know the capital,
Yeah.
we even know the president, right?
Yeah.
What's the president's name?
I don't remember. I just know his sisters. Of Equatorial Guinea.
You know
No,
the sisters.
Not
the sister's name. See, Nani slept with the sister also.
No, it's the daughter. I know the president's daughter.
No, it was the president's
What is
sister.
going?
It was the daughter.
Baltazar.
Hey.
Baltazar.
Mrs. Jika naitwa Baltazar. This
The
guy is called
sister. It
Egonga.
was
Like,
the-
kazi yake ni kugonga.
The Gongara, the champion.
Okay, maybe the daughter as well, but the sister for sure. I saw that. He slept with the president's sister.
This
Yo.
guy. The only person he had bakishad is the president himself.
I swear.
Yo.
Honestly, if the president was female, pia yeye gonga hiyo kitu.
Pause. So, president of Equatorial Guinea. I mean, this country is very interesting. I can't believe we're talking about it. I mean,
Again.
I think we've talked. I've mentioned this country before.
Yeah.
This socialite of a vice president they have. So the president is called Theodore Obiang. The vice president is called Theodore Obiang.
Huh?
Father and son.
Oh, like junior.
Oh,
He's
wow.
junior.
Sa unye. Alafu Jomo is the vice president. You see like Bill.
Hey.
Shalin Sasa.
Yeah.
Akwe vice president. Yeah.
Damn.
And then-
That is nepotism if I've ever seen it in my life.
yeah, it's Equatorial Guinea. I think the guy is 90 or something like that.
Basically.
Yeah. And fast, can we just talk about how Teddy on Instagram is called Teddy Nguema? Check him out. He is a social delight. Let me not
living
call him
his-
socialite.
Yeah.
He's a social
He's a-
delight. Like,
real.
unajua, I mean, Joho, like, I have to be honest. Like, Joho is a guy who loves trust. He's like
Lifestyle.
I mean, you're a billionaire, but then you're a politician. It's just an uncomfortable and situation.
Inakuanga ni by the way.
Yeah.
Ni kazi tu
Socialite,
wanafanya.
lakini uko na politics.
Uko na job.
I do this for fun.
As in,
It's my hobby.
guys, munacheka nini? Kama niko na billion nafanya kazi ya kazi gani?
Yeah.
Kama
Honestly,
Elon Musk
it's for
sahi.
fun.
Say Elon Musk si amejishindia presidency as in buy one get one free huko
Yeah.
America.
I swear. Na nasikia wanataka kumpea job pia aingie kwa cabinet ya nani? Ya Trump. For real?
Of course.
For real? Elon Musk is gonna be
America.
on it.
Literally the only immigrant who's received properly in that country.
Yeah.
Najua Charlie is from South Africa. Zavaf.
Shots
Mm.
fired,
Yeah.
but agreed.
So Equatorial Guinea, man, they've been in the news first. Nani Ebiang's wife? No, not Ebiang.
Ebanga.
Ebang's wife, man.
Yeah, even her,
Apparently
she's
her
been
sex tape
banging.
chomokad.
Yeah. I saw that. Or rather, I saw that headline. I
Wait, this
didn't
guy
watch
anaitwa
it.
Ebang ama ni Egonga? Sini?
They are his names.
Oh, okay.
Anaitwa
Ebang, Egonga.
Ebang Egonga.
Hey, the irony.
Yeah, they set him up. Yeah, well.
Boxers. Am I the only one who's noticing?
What?
Kerry doesn't watch this show.
Hi.
What do you mean?
Hey, because we mentioned it in
Oh,
the last
yeah.
episode. Kerry.
We even
In
had a
fact,
song.
Imagine. We even
Yeah,
did
did you
an
wanna-
intro song for you and you weren't even here.
He didn't even see.
How ungrateful, honestly.
Ngoma ya Blinky Bill. Najua mlini this. Yes, ndio.
Anywho. I'm not the one who says, Ndio kwa sababu amekuja na shades leo. Anywho. What have you seen?
Wow, God damn it.
Let's get into it.
What have I seen? So there's this content creator called Lily Phillips from the UK. She said she was going to award a lucky winner one night with her. And it became like a whole thing. And I think yesterday, she actually posted the video of the winner with his girlfriend and being like, all right, cool, come with me. As in, he kissed his girlfriend goodbye and then went with said Lily to do whatever.
She's a TikToker.
I don't know if she's a content creator or a YouTuber or something. All I know is she's called Lily Phillips, if I'm not wrong, if I'm remembering that name correctly. Yeah, so like the guy, she recorded, okay?
What does Lily do?
She's a content creator. I don't know what she does particularly.
And
But
she's going
can
to
you
give this guy
imagine?
a night.
Yes. And the guy's girlfriend was there in the video. He was like, bye, babe.
Lakini unajua, with content creators sometimes all this might
It
just
could
be
be
content.
clout.
Like immediately after they've shot that video,
Why
he
do I
goes
have
with the
a feeling
girlfriend.
I feel like
Because
it's an OnlyFans babe, honestly.
How many times have you seen a content creator like smiling all happy, ameshikilia simu, talking about, the day, I've been so happy and whatnot. Immediately after the video is done, the smile goes and you're there
Yeah.
editing. Like the
No,
frown
but-
is gone. Maybe it's just for content.
I feel like she's an OnlyFans. Let me
What
just
kind
confirm.
of content?
She could be OnlyFans.
Yeah, that better be
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Because now I don't want to have pressure. Now I'm just like, oh my God, now we've reached the level. Because, like challenges go. Like challenges change how we operate, right? So now we're doing dances. Don't tell me
Yep,
2025.
she's an OnlyFans star.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh, yeah?
Thank God. I didn't want this to be a TikTok challenge.
Yeah,
now.
she's an
Next year,
OnlyFans,
hakuna
yeah.
kudance. Sasa tunapatia watu one night stand. Because think about it. No, you guys are laughing. A lot of the things you're doing this year is because it was a challenge somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? How you deliver content, how you get. So, mi najua tunafanya. You know, now I'm just like, all right, for a chance to win yourself. So to win yourself a chance for a vacation and a one night stand with Kwambox, can you answer this very simple question? Remember, this is brought to you powered by Mine Off, right? But then, guys, make sure you buy yourself some Mine Off, right? For a chance to win yourself as this is crazy.
Yeah, it's an OnlyFans name. Because there's also another OnlyFans star who posted her hotel room. So she's British. I don't know what's wrong with British people. She posted her hotel room and she was like, I'll have sex with whoever shows up. So there was a long ass line outside her hotel room. And I think she said she went for 2 or 3 hours. Maybe had sex with like 50 to 100 men. That's like, yeah.
Joyce, but the question...
I'm being serious.
I think there's a bigger question here.
So when you're doing OnlyFans, what have you envisioned your life after? Like, what are you going to do
Stop
after?
judging her.
No, for real. 50.
Yeah.
But guys, you think... Like here, the issue is the babe who has already decided. I don't know who's worse. The babe who said, look, I'm about to make money off of these strangers, right?
Yeah.
Because she's not doing it because she's just like,
it's so much fun.
Imagine
so
my hobby. My hobby is
creative.
just, no, there's nobody who, it's their hobby, all right? And if it's a hobby, like, good for you, girl and boy. Good for you guys, right? This babe is doing it for money. So between her, who's collecting from these strangers and making more, you know, notoriety. We're talking about her.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 2 episodes ago, I told you this babe who made what? $34 million.
Yeah. Was
from
it 34
OnlyFans,
even
right?
64? Yeah,
so who's worse? Her, who is making money, or
Wakupeana for free.
wenye wamepanga line. Sasa chaliwa wenyewe.
Imagine. Your boyfriend is
Uko
somewhere in
hapo
that
unaenda
hotel.
kuonekana.
Forget even someone's boyfriend.
It's
just
that bad.
a guy. Like, umepanga line, nyuma mtu like, yo, why you here? Yo, you know I gotta be at the front of but we're number 34 and 35. How do you think this is gonna work? I'm just glad to be in the line, guys. You know, I don't know where to get vagina. You know. And it's free. It's free. Vagina, I have to pay for it. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Who's crazier?
OnlyFans
The babe
is
or
actually
the guys?
yeah. OnlyFans is actually
Who's number
insane.
34 in the line?
Yeah. And you know that's not why OnlyFans was created. This whole like sexual content started during COVID.
That's what the Pornhub guy says as well.
No, it
What
was
was the
honestly
reason?
no. It was supposed to be a platform where upcoming like musicians can like post their stuff and like make
And
some
make
kind
money.
of
fans.
and make some kind of, even though it's kidogo money, like subscribe to listen to like this or like, you know, it was supposed to be for creatives.
Why would I want to pay to listen to an upcoming person?
Specifically
No, to their fans.
Yeah. Like you can hear like exclusive or like you can do like a virtual performance. It was supposed to be something for musicians.
Kerry,
or
I don't
creatives
even
or
know what
something.
you're saying.
This whole thing for sexual content started during COVID.
Your Kerry is judging these people because they want a drop from, you know, like say, it's like, let's say I'm a new artist and I'm called PK. I'm like, oh, hey, my OnlyFans. Because it's just one guy. And I'm like, oh, Hamungai. So I'm going to sing for you my latest song. It's called Inakubalika.
Yeah.
And this part I'm going to sing. Niache nyashi pite boss kwani weni nugu.
Yeah, so I don't know
And
if
then I
it was...
send you that, right? I don't know why you're acting like that's strange because don't you have a drop? What's good, Kenya? This is Shensia chilling with Kwambox and Kerry.
Yeah.
That's exactly what OnlyFans would be.
Nah,
You
okay.
get like, so you could have, there's many platforms like that. I think there's
Yeah.
even one in Kenya where you could have, which was I think a very weird idea because like if the fans can reach out to you on DMs, right? So
Yeah.
this platform would give them access to get exclusive content from you.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
even
so-
TikTok borrowed that.
Yeah.
YouTube, they borrowed that kind of gifting. You know, all this
Yeah,
gifting
yeah,
that
where
you can do.
gift
They borrowed
someone
from
exactly.
such
Yeah, it was, I think
platforms.
it was something
But I
along
think
those
if you're
lines.
an up and coming
Yeah.
artist, you'd be ready to do gigs for free so that people see you. You wouldn't want to charge people
Yeah.
for them to see you do your craft because I mean, if you're charging people, you might be putting away those like potential fans who don't have anything at the time. I don't have a credit card, and you want me to go on and pay on OnlyFans to go on and see.
Yeah, so I don't know
That's why
if it
sex
was
works.
This one is exclusive.
Yeah.
So the music is there. You can like already it's on YouTube, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But you see, like the way I don't even know where I'm arguing with you. Spice Diana, right? All right.
I'd pay.
So the music is there, right? The music is already on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a chance for Spice Diana to be like, "Hey, Carrie, you are beautiful. You are seated there.
Banange, I will sing for you.
I will sing for you."
Yeah, so I don't know if it was fully subscription based or if it was like that TikTok thing where you can perform and people send you money. Moral of the story is there was no sexual content.
People like Cardi B. Cardi has got an OnlyFans and she didn't put sexual content on it. Basically, it's behind the scenes. You see Cardi cooking, living her life with culture.
Homie, I don't even know why you're talking about.
So
This
her
was-
real fans go on and pay for that. So if you're an established artist, it can work. But
Cardi
up and
before.
coming.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was fully subscription based or if you could just go and perform and people send you money.
Is it
Okay.
possible?
Remember.
Do you think Cardi could, if before she was a hit?
And fix her teeth.
Yeah. What kind of content would be on her OnlyFans?
Ooh.
Her former job.
Angekuwa na stripper
What was her
pole.
former? She was a stripper,
She was
right?
a stripper,
Yeah.
So-
And she actually says it like she needed money, so she became a stripper.
You know, I saw this clip somewhere, and actually Mungai played for them.
If you didn't know, a hoe's final form is a religious woman.
So this baby is basically saying that a hoe's end game is to be holy. I'm gonna let that sink in. A hoe's end game
Is to be holy.
Yes.
Did you hear what this girl just said?
No, I'm just let you. No, I know your minds have gone to the gutter. As in, basically, what she's saying is, babes can go and do all sorts of crazy things, but eventually they'll get saved.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
we'll
what
still
you
remember
meant.
what you
Okay.
used to do before.
It doesn't matter. Whatever
Or
you do,
you may-
as long as Jesus has cleansed me. Okay. Bro,
As long as Jesus has cleansed
that's
me,
what I'm
wow.
saying. Like once you, as in, you don't remember what's her name in the Bible,
Oh, Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene, right? See,
Yeah, by the way.
that's what I'm saying.
God who washed
You can't hold me
Jesus.
because Paul
Can't hold it
Paul-
against me.
Paul
He killed people.
of the Bible.
You know,
You're
unless-
telling me, hold on. You're telling me I have sins. Relax your nyama. Sijaua mtu. Paul alikuwa
Genocide.
ananyonga. Alikuwa
Genocide.
unaona wale wa Kristo. Kata kichwa. Usibakishe kitu yoyote. Kwanza leta hizo meno. Leta meno.
Mass genocide, bro.
Unless you got your own business, there's no moving on from that. You'll definitely go back to whoring because you won't be able to make any money. You
I
won't be
think-
able to survive.
no.
You're used to making money one way. Alafu ati sasa endgame unasema you want to be holy.
No.
Unless also you become a pastor then.
kitu
Because
hamjageti.
church ndio itakuchukua.
See, that's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
Ian, that's the statement.
See, because wako na
A
shelf life.
whore's end game
Honestly, wako na
is
shelf
to
life.
be holy. And a whore, she's not talking about prostitutes.
Yeah.
She's talking about, as in, you can sleep with as many men as you want. You can use men for their money, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. But eventually, you're going to get holy. You're going to find the Lord, right? You're going to settle down. And it's not just, she's not necessarily talking about God. Eventually, there are things you do in your youth, which, you grow, you outgrow
live in your
them,
youth,
right?
yeah.
And for babes especially, it's whoring. For men, once a whore, always a whore.
Facts. Because even at 70, you can get someone pregnant. So that thing still
No,
works.
Charlie kama ni cheater.
Ni
Aki
cheater.
Joyce, wacha tu nikwambie.
Sports as the Andy.
Joyce, kama ni cheater, wacha kumtengeneza lion. Wacha kuniambia ati haka ni kanyau.
Nah, it's a lie.
cheater is a cheater.
Ati wa- you
Now
know
cheaters
it.
can get reformed.
Bro,
Walai.
listen
They
to
can
me.
never change their spots.
Cheater neza change.
Hakuna cheater
How?
hiyo. Wacha
Cheater
nikwambie.
neza change.
How?
Kwanza if it's a guy.
Explain.
Yes, you find that one person who like is Becky today, Kesho is Stephanie, the next day she's Bianca. Like she changes. So she gives you that, sense of thrill and you feel like you're not cheating. Alafu, she's open to exploring your nature, Like if you like different people, she's like, okay, sawa.
I'll give
Today-
you different personalities.
Leo, no, if it's not different personalities, Leo, we can all go and beba someone. So, I mean,
So now you're
cheater
advocating for swinging.
akipata mtu kama yeye, anaweza change.
Hey, ni kama, we ni cheater.
Hapana.
Exactly. Relax. Wacha reformed cheaters wakuambie. Listen, let me tell you. No,
You're
for
just
real.
talking
though.
about swinging.
No,
That's
for real.
not even cheating
Yes,
anymore.
because that's not cheating.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
not
sex
cheating.
problem.
Yes,
Yeah.
you found the person who accepts
No,
the
swinging
person
is not
that
a
you
sex
are.
problem.
Yeah.
It's just you guys want to invite people into your relationship, right? But you're doing it together. So there's consent
not
from
cheating.
both of you. It's not
Yeah,
cheating,
yeah.
right? Cheat mtu mwenye amezoea as in anatoka nje. They know they have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
but they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, shorty? What's
up,
good?"
girl?
That person never changes. They might change the tactics in the way they go about it, but they
Yeah.
never change. Why? Because the thrill is in the seeking. Right? And it's almost like it's like someone who has mkono mrefu, a klepto. Are you expecting that person to change?
Yeah.
A klepto is a klepto for life. It's like asking somebody who has ADHD. Right? Switch that shit. It's your personality type. Okay?
I feel like the only way they
most
can-
I can do is I'm trying my best, right? To be there for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying as my best to be out of my nature. Okay, so yes, I might hide what I want to do, but realistically and truly,
Yeah.
you can't remove cheating from somebody. If they want to do it, they want to do it. Maybe they'll stop themselves from doing it for you.
Yeah.
Right? But niache nyashi pite boss kwani
Kwani
mimi
mimi
nugu.
I feel like the
Yeah,
only
but
way.
them stopping it to doing for you, that's
Yeah.
someone mtu amechange kabisa.
No,
But changing for someone else is not a good
Had a
thing.
change energy. Listen, if a cheetah, no, let me not choose. If a hyena, you meet a hyena today, it's not eating a gazelle. Don't say that this, and then
It's
you say,
changed.
at now, this hyena
Is
is vegetarian. You are lying to yourself because the day you expose your nyash there, that hyena will eat your nyash. Right? So I use nyash because it's the most muscly part of our body.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way I feel a cheater can change is they address whatever trauma led them to those behaviors. Because you don't just wake up and decide, I want to like fuck around even though I am with someone. There's a certain trauma that's making you behave the way you behave. All of us have those kind of traumas and we usually think, oh, it's just my personality. No, there's a trauma that made you start behaving like that.
But just I have a
And if you
question.
deal with that trauma, you can probably change. If you have like a sex addiction or whatever it is that makes you chase women relentlessly, whether you're in a relationship or not, if you deal with that, there are chances of you changing.
Here's my question. And I'm so grateful that we're talking about trauma because I was watching that episode where you're talking about everything we do is a response to trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, guys, because I'm very, very curious, right? So, and actually, there's a story of one Kenya who's dating two guys, right?
So
So I want to bring it to the way you said that I need to address the traumas in me, right? Where does an individual's identity in today's society, like this is who I am. I'm not I just like many women. Like I just want that one. I want that one. I want to have options. I don't want to fit in the systems that you guys have said that, oh, it must be monogamous. Yeah. If for you to be nini, you have to have this one. You get so if you're not fitting in that, then something is wrong with you, right? But you see, it's nature. Like for example, my great grandpaps who loved many women, was he dealing with that trauma?
No, but he was very open about it. It was not cheating.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the cheater, for example, is trying to conform into a society that he knows very well or she knows very well that she doesn't fit in. As in her, she wants many people
Yeah.
or he wants many people. And that's how they are. But then the society looks at them as, which trauma are you responding to? And they're like, no, it's not trauma. Like I get over and get with people as quickly as I want. The reason I'm asking this, right? Because you said, if I can be able to have those many partners, right? Or if I'm searching for that, for example, it will be seen as I have some problem.
Yeah.
But in Tibet, right? Tibet,
Yeah.
there could be 3 brothers and I have kids with all 3. They are my husbands, right? Why? Because they have such little arable land. So what they do allegedly, it's not the opposite of polygamy, polyandrous. It's a polyandrous society. So the women are the ones who have more men, right? Like this case of Kenya, who has two husbands,
yeah.
right?
My name is Kenya. This is Carl, my husband of 26 years. And this is Tiger, my husband of 10 years. Look at this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Every lady should have 2 husbands. In the 12th year of our marriage, Carl and I decided that I was going to have multiple partners because I had met and fallen for another guy. So I came back and reported that to Carl.
So we decided to talk about it. Like, what do we do? How do we go about this? And that began a 2-year journey of Kenya and I just kind of discussing things. We just had to figure things out. So we discussed it for a number of years. I finally came into the knowledge and understanding about feminine, expression, and realized you have to allow women to be free and express themselves. And as a man, I need to support her in doing that.
Please unpack. What do you think is going on? Your immediate responses to this.
I think one, just from what you've just said, using the word trauma maybe can make it look like it's a bad thing because, trauma is supposed to be something bad. But I still do feel and believe that you are who you are right now from your childhood experiences or how you grew up. Because nobody was born knowing how to talk. Nobody was born knowing how you're supposed to relate with people, how you're supposed to, get to unpack life and get to figure out how things are supposed to be. You have to learn from experiences. So some experiences might lead you to grow into a place where you're not satisfied by just having one person. Because you feel like cheating is supposed to be normal. It's supposed to be who you are. Or having multiple, even calling it cheating maybe is bad because to you don't look at it as cheating. You look at it as just, living life. And that's how life is supposed to be. So maybe tagging it trauma is not the right way to go about it because someone who's actually going through it, they might not look at it as trauma. They look at it as, this is who I am, like you're saying. So it's probably how you grew up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I call it trauma when it's negative. But when it's positive, you see, she's being honest with herself and she's being honest with her partner. A cheater is not being honest with anyone. He's hurting a lot of people. That's why I'm calling it trauma, and that's a negative.
Yeah.
If you as a person, you had an experience and you decided, you know what, I'm not a one-woman kind of man and I'm going to be honest about it, that's not a bad thing. You're being honest with yourself and you're being honest with your potential partners. If they're not okay with it, you move on.
But you know what society will call that guy? A womanizer.
No, that's not being a womanizer. You're being very honest.
With many, many women.
Yeah, okay, society will call them that. But if you're being honest with yourself and you're being honest with your partners, that's not a bad thing. But if you're going to be in a relationship with someone and tell them you're going to be loyal and constantly cheat with them, that's a trauma. There's something wrong there. But if you've accepted, for whatever reason, I'm like, I don't believe everyone is meant to be monogamous. I strongly believe that. I don't believe everyone is meant to be monogamous. And if you decide that's not the path for you, just be honest with your partners and whoever you have sex with, if they're not okay with it, you'll find someone who is.
Honestly.
Yeah, like in Kenya ni mnoma, man. Kwanza the guy, the dark guy, the one with the short hair, like I was just looking at him throughout the whole video. I'm a chill too.
Imagine.
Like hata semina
they are so different.
Yendo aliingia kwa relationship. As in...
The strong silent type.
But
yeah, Kenya's pum pum must be something. I swear, you gonna stairs.
Imagine I don't think that's what it is. Because if you see the community in Tibet, now you imagine your brother and your other brother, one baby, and you have kids together. Like in Kenyan society, they'd say,
that's not normal.
Incest or whatever they'd be calling it. Yeah. But actually in Kenya, Nini, we inherit.
That's
Unajua, I think I know why that happens in Tibet. Unajua, the way it's like Tibet iko in the middle of mountain ranges. Kwanza kunaitwa Himalayas, Himalayas.
Okay.
Yeah, watu wanaishi hivyo. Lakini that place, the way it's so remote, before you get, like population iko hivi, before you get a babe, munakubali tu kushare.
It's not about the cold, bro. Are you hearing me? Stop looking for excuses. It is just a system where they've realized, look, we'd rather have one babe, right? I watched someone try to break it down, that they're looking at a scenario where, why do people text me, call me when I'm busy? I wait for an outfit for 3 weeks and then the day I'm on the episode, all of a sudden they're in a hurry. Munajijua. Hata usifanye ni mention nini handle. Anywho, these guys, they realize that they can't expand. To slow the expansion of their population. You understand, guys? You get the logic, right? Because if they in Kenya, guys are like, mwanaume anafaa kuwa na nini. Lakini the kids, how many orphans do we have? The number is becoming out of order. Yeah. Do you think Africans would ever sit and settle and say, hey, we have more babes, rather let's share the babes so that we keep the, especially, and that will happen, guys.
We stop
that is just a reality that will happen. Why? We had a huge ass argument here with Kerry about dating if you're broke. And I said, the reality is, the land you know, our great grandparents or great. Then they couldn't even entertain a thought like that. Why? Because they had a piece of land.
You know,
their grandpaps has given them some cows, something there. Here, there's nothing to give.
Nothing.
You have nothing.
Imeisha.
Don't they? You single mom. Your mom is handing to you life. Sinopatia maisha.
Trauma.
And a wishy. Right? You know what I mean? The only thing you're inheriting is life. Right?
For passing down generational wealth, you're passing down generational trauma.
You're trying to start a family. There's nothing you have to start with.
Yeah.
Mushikane na beshte yako wawili watatu mushike dem moja.
We'll take care of you together.
Yeah. And all you guys really want
I'm not mad
is idea ya sijui I'm telling you, romance in 3021
It'll be different.
Extremely different from this romanticized bullshit that we're currently dealing with. My person was looking at somebody else. Okay, that's me, by the way.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm conditioned like that.
Yeah.
Usiangalie mtu kati tumekaa pamoja.
Aya.
Be
Why
blind.
utafight?
I'm blind to you. Haters. Hakuna hata kuangalia. Uache nyashi pite. When inugu.
That line. It's still saying that
Hiyo
line.
nyashi pite winugu.
Yeah,
Wachana
but-
nayo. You already have a nyash.
But you know, with that, guys usually know, like, if there's another babe, unajua too, like, you don't even look. Kama unajua dem yako, like,
Anakuanga
kabisa,
hivo,
anakuanga hivo.
eh.
She's definitely side-eyeing you and checking.
Bro, I
If
even
you
saw
saw
Even
this
the
babe.
peripheral.
Yeah,
You know what I
hapo
mean?
hivo.
even the thoughts.
You
know,
look
even
heavy.
the thoughts you're having.
I know you're
I already
thinking
had
of
them.
looking.
You see her, I spotted her when she was getting dressed in her house. I already knew this type of my boyfriend is coming to the event. Like, I already could sense that there was somebody your type was coming to
Spidey
this gig.
senses.
So me, my eyes are with her, wherever she is.
Yeah.
So the other eye is with you. I can see you and I can see her.
Me, Martin, we will look together. If she's fine, I'm like, yeah, that baby's fine. And we move on.
But you have to be watching your person to see his reaction.
So, I'll be too busy looking at the girl.
No, me, my eyes, one is here, one is there. Najua kuziseparate. Tang! Yeah. So I can see you.
Like, what is it with babes not being okay when a guy does that? But when babes do it, you're supposed to expect that your man ataelewa, like, your type is Idris Elba.
Yeah.
So, like, Idris is cute. Idris has got a brand new series or a brand new movie that hiyo lazima mnawatch. Hiyo ndio mnawatch on Saturday. You sit there with your man and you're busy admiring this
Watching
other
your
man
crush.
on TV and he accepts it. But Mimi, the moment I go on and say, hey, my Ajama looks nice.
Yeah, because you know why? Because I already know you're cheating on me with so many babes in your dreams.
In your head.
In your dreams. I
How
allow
dare
you
you cheat
all
on
those
me
women in your
in
head, in
your
your
dreams.
brains, I let you, right? And then you want also in the physical 3D where I am. The only space where I am. Get out of here.
In my dreams, I saw you. Now you want to do it in real life? How dare you, sir?
By the way, now forget Kenya. The flip side is these babes, two babes. They've married one guy. Right?
Two babes have married
two,
one guy.
two
Okay,
babes, two babes are living with one guy,
Yeah.
right? So these two babes, not what you're thinking at polygamy. This guy is a stay-at-home guy. He's a houseband, right?
Okay.
He's
They
so
go
happy.
to work.
He never pays any bills, and he's there. He's washing the dishes. He's getting the kids ready. He's the one who's saying, not every man wants to be alpha going out there hunting and stuff. And I was like, all right, Mike, over to you.
Huyo jamaa anajua dance challenge ya Igonga. Like, kabisa. Can we take a break and just watch the dance challenge? Anajua hiyo dance challenge. That's why these babes are okay to actually go out.
Nasema hiyo kitu anagonga.
And provide for their mans, because I have never had that. I absolutely think in the world that I live in, that is not possible. It's not possible.
But it's gone back to the conditioning
Yeah,
that you were given.
exactly.
You see,
I have to have money,
Yeah.
like lots of money, and be able to provide for these babes. Now, they're the ones who stay in their own separate houses, identical.
Yeah.
Or, well, not really identical, but if you live
But
in a
same,
big house, you're in a big house as well. Live the same kind of lifestyle for them to be actually happy. Lakini
why?
ati mimi nibaki home, alafu nyinyi mwende.
But you see, these are the questions I ask, right? That man who's on the other side of the world, Tibet, this guy who their wives are paying for everything. They can work hard. They have the jobs. They hate housework. There's a lot of girls right now who are saying, and you mentioned it, there's a lot of babes who don't like to cook, and men have stepped up
And
into that
clean,
space. They're
yeah.
cooking, they're cleaning. You're good at cooking and cleaning, right? When you get married, all of a sudden, my hands don't know, it's your duty, it's your responsibility. I paid down.
I pay the
all
bills,
of a sudden, right? You see these constructs that we have in our minds, which genuinely, like they are. If we were to make them physical things, like we're walking around in chains, bro. Like there are things you can't even think for yourself.
Yeah, fact.
Right?
That's true.
So
That's
my
true.
question here is, you who must provide for 5 babes, right? And you can you can still get that pudish for free.
True.
There's a guy who's getting all 5 of them without providing anything.
Free.
The guy who's washing the dishes, he's staying at home, playing PS the whole day, bro. Playing PS the whole day, bro.
That's that life.
Yeah.
They have kids.
Pussycat yako, you play with your kids, right? You're still a man. You're still allowed to go talk to babes, nini, right? They have your name. Okay?
Okay.
All right. On the other side, your brother, your cousin, right? You're like,
Your nephew.
mamani. Munachanganga 5 bob, kila mtu hapo kwa pot. And you still have your chums. Hash is done who has the nini. You take care of this one babe. Not 5 babes, right? All 3 of you, do you know you're all going to die? You're all going to be manure for earth.
Yeah.
You going with this?
You're going to be fuel, right? Whose life is more important out of those 3? Whose life was lived better?
Yeah.
No one. Everyone lived their own
genuinely.
way. Yeah.
Your
Whose
own
life was
individual
lived
life
better?
is supposed to be worth.
Chances are you because you're stressed there, you even receding hair. Naona nywele, lakini kuna chali. Huyo mwenye they are sharing the wife. He has full set of hair.
Demiako anataka nywele ya 50k. If you are 3 people, munachanga anapata nywele ya 50k. Instead of removing 50k peke yako. You know? As in...
Guys, I'm proposing because Kerry, we really had a long ass argument about this shit, and I said, if a broke guy, if I had a young cousin and he's broke and he asked me, yo, what do you think I should do? I say, young son,
Tafuta pesa.
Facts. Stop dating, you're too young. Ngojea, kikijipa, right? And then find a young shore. Start your family, right? You'll be 32. She'll be 21, right? Or 22. Mwanzishe hapo pali hizo times zote zenye ulimiss. Right?
No, but everyone needs a struggle relationship. Let him date if everyone is broke.
Yes, the one who will accept you, but don't now start saying, hama demo anataka pesa. Bro,
true.
Tunataka pesa.
Yeah.
Na
Kila mtu anataka pesa.
Thank you.
Everybody.
And I promise
even you watching right now, unataka pesa.
This is what's going to happen in future.
Yeah.
A lot of it, look at the population. Like today we're talking about the gap between the rich and the poor. Hapana hata wachana wengi, ni pesa. Land, right? The average Kenyan, itabidi tuende kutafuta land wapi? Voi. Right? As we live in and work in Nairobi.
That's true,
because
actually.
it's
There's no land here,
right?
or that you can afford.
Look at your family. How much land are you inheriting? Compared to your grandpaps inheritance.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you're saying you want to wake 2 babes, on what?
Where?
How many jobs do you have to do? By the
lot.
time you're settled with this babe, you only have kihara of
And you see, that's why our grandfathers could have 4 wives. Hakuna kitu unalipia. Nyumba umejijengea kwa boma yako. You picked the material yourself from your land to go and build those houses for your wives. That's why they could afford 4 wives, man.
So
now you can't.
This construct that we have, which is mainly driven by European standards, right? One babe, loyalty of all sorts of things, providing, the provision is like utterly crazy. African tradition, we've been taught that the man must provide. Now he's looking at himself like, so basically in this society, they don't see like I'm worth anything. You get what I mean? Uchali anafaa tu kuhamia Tibet. Na mademu wake 4. Hiyo 5 bob yake yeye ni sauce. Hakuna mtu anamwambia ati na wewe Jonte unakonga umesota. Relax, tuchange tutakukamia. You know?
Yeah, I feel like everyone needs to decide what works for them. Like you were saying, it's just conditioning. We are told this is how things are supposed to be. And those people who ask why, or those people who decide to step outside of the box are seen as abnormal. I would actually like for us to live in a world where you can decide for yourself what works. And if you're happy and you're fulfilled, because like that guy was saying, maybe not everyone wants an alpha man. I mean, they're better men. Get it? Sorry.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And then also,
there are better men who are like, okay, being the ones who are submissive in the relationship. But society will be like, oh, you know, a man is supposed to... Who told you that?
Yeah.
Who
Because
told
this
you?
guy is so submissive. Submissive.
Submissive.
Submu. Sabginene. In this relationship, he's so content.
And he's happy and they're both happy, right? As long
The
as it
babes are-
doesn't turn into resentment eventually, especially as women, because we have that disease of being like, no, it's okay, me, I can date a guy who's broke. And then after the relationship ends, there's so much resentment. After everything I did, I used to pay the bills, I used to do this.
But that's also
Don't
what
hold it
guys
against
do.
them. Don't hold it against them.
That's also what guys do. You're telling Jonte, hey, baby, me now. I think I've had enough of this relationship. How can you do this to me? No, I'm doing it to us. We're
Yeah.
breaking this relationship. You're not the only one who's hurting. I just think I could hurt over there. You hurt over there. Right? And then they start saying, oh, return the things I've bought.
Yes, indeed, guy.
Whose name are they under? Eh?
Yeah, but who bought them?
Nionyeshe.
Unataka nirudisha simu ulinunulia?
Sa-
Sirudishi?
ngoja
I'm not
nimalize
returning.
kutumia hiyo suruali
I'm
ndio
not
nichukue.
returning it.
In fact,
You will be shooketh. I don't
Okay,
care.
no, that's a
Ukinunulia
present
mtu,
for
I'm
you.
digressing. Ukinunulia mtu simu hivyo, do you have the right to like
No.
know
You
what
have no
goes on
right.
that phone?
So
You have no right for
That's
anything.
so petty.
In fact, even in TZ, you have no right. You think it's a joke? In TZ, it is illegal to go through your partner's phone. Illegal.
For real?
Kuambia watu wata cheat.
Texas. You can take your partner to prison
Guy.
For going through
for
your
going
phone.
through your phone. And I think it's right. It's right. Would you read someone's emails? Yeah, some people are disrespectful.
No,
For
I
this
have.
rule to be there, like first, I want to go around the room.
Yeah.
If you got married, are you doing prenup or mom? What's mine is yours, yours is mine.
What's mine is yours, mine is. As in, we share everything.
Of
I'm
course,
not going
I
prenup.
already knew the answer to
I'm
this.
never going prenup.
Joyce,
Depends if I'll get legally married.
if he's richer than you,
If he's richer than me, let's not get legally married. I don't know. I'm still on the fence when it comes to like signing paperwork to get married, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm allowed to change my mind. You might see me in a wedding dress next year, so mind your damn business. But for right now, I'm still having issues with like the signing of the paperwork when it comes
But
to
you know,
marriage.
nowadays, even if you live together, like for a certain amount of period,
Yeah.
like you're legally married already.
Yeah, it's
So
better than
they
the
can
actual
take you to
signing
court
because
for
you know
that.
how hectic a divorce is.
And show rent
No,
receipt.
but
Yeah,
it's
As in,
better
yani
to be
receipt ya
married.
rent inaweza kusema yani ulikuwa uko
Eh.
married na mtu.
Unajua
Yeah, but
ni-
also it depends with your bank account.
it's very important. A lot of people have had say it's important to get. It's more important. It's not important, but it is better to get married, right?
Legally.
With you stay with your things, mine stay with my things. Ending this situation, if there's no actual legal document, because you can decide how you want it. Like, oh, to end, musentu hapa move on. Yani, you can make it easy. But
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
property, that's where it gets hectic. It's not even.
Got it.
Yeah, once your things are tangled and you don't even have a straight line to everything.
whose is
Because
whose.
when people get into relationships, they're like, yeah, oh my God.
But
Getting
yours
out,
is
it's like,
mine.
na yo pussycat yake na kaka
Nasikia
you know,
kuikana.
guys are so angry at each other. So in that space of beauty,
Yeah.
that's when you should sign documents if you love the person you're with.
So
Okay.
what happens
I
to
get
the
that,
things
I get that.
the wealth that now you create while you
No, that's
are
the
together?
two of you. That's the two of you. So
Yeah.
it's prenup says what you came with is yours
Uh-huh.
and what I came with. But what we build here
Yeah.
together is ours.
Hey,
Yeah.
hiyo ni mbaya. What if sasa you are the broke guy, like you are struggling? Udem aliona potential.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like
you'll
this
be
guy-
paying that guy for the rest of your life.
This startup company that you want to bring up. You've not brought it up yet, but you have the idea and everything. Me, I've got a way we can get the capital. We go on and try it out. It becomes a Fortune 500 company. Alafu sasa tuende to divorce. You live with what you came with. So we utenda na idea ya and na hiyo nini. It's unfair.
No, that's
No, because
different.
even that
That's
will still
different.
be on paperwork. If it's
Yeah.
a company, it'll still have to
If
be
you brought
on,
capital na
on
mwingine
paper.
aleta idea,
Eh.
hizo zote ni ideas
Yeah.
na it's part of the company. And then make sure you sign. Usikwe fala.
Exactly.
Right? So everything you're doing with your partner, useme ati aki babe wenda tanga That's how mothers end up hapa hawana kitu.
Imagine.
Now the kids have to go and start. And then kwa hiyo funeral museme nyinyi ni watoto wake. You know,
ndio
'cause-
muget kitu.
but going back to your point of prenup, right? So you said, what if you enter broke and then you leave broke, right? Hey, thank God I left you.
Because you're
Lakini
still the
tulibuild
same.
wealth tukiwa hapo hivyo.
Because
Ama you're that stay at home,
Because-
your house husband.
no, even with a
We
house
umemchunga
husband, that's
kabisa,
different.
amekula kila siku, alafu ile siku anataka kutoka because she's been the one who's been working and she be okay for you to stay home. Kazi yako tu ni kazi ya nyumba na strokes jioni. As in, hiyo ni sawa kabisa. Time anatoka sasa pia akuache tena hivyo.
Sasa
But
si ndio nasema,
the
what would you
life that
sign?
you created for this person, and I'm sure this is what most housewives feel like. The life that you created for this person, making sure that they're comfortable, sound mind kabisa, anaweza kuenda huko nje ya hustle na akuwe productive. Alafu time anakuacha nataka kuacha hivyo malights. It's unfair.
Kerry, prenup, you don't sign a prenup if you're a housewife.
I mean, they do.
No.
just
They're
so that
actually
the man
forced to
keeps
do
For
his
it.
money.
housewife, you don't sign a prenup. Why? Because you're not working. So you're taking the responsibility of staying at home as they do the work there. So you can't sign a prenup unless you're an idiot. Right?
'cause
Because
they're actually
where will
forced
you
to do
get
it.
where will you get
Money,
money? If you're working, sour. But if I'm not working, how can I sign a prenup? Nadu?
Yeah.
But they're usually told to so that it doesn't, you can't go with my money or whatever. You know how
No,
rich people
not a
are.
housewife. If you're not working, your partner has to take care of you.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Unless you sign a snini and say, no, me, I'm just here for the strokes. Right? How are you going to make money if you're the one who's raising the kids? So that's not how prenup works. Prenup works like I'm working, you're working. Or I've got this, you've got this. We're getting into this relationship. And whatever we make together, right, is ours. Right? Whatever you came with, what I came with, tunaenda nayo hivyo. Lakini what we'll be splitting is this one that we worked together. Now, there are other partners who go even an extra step and say, yours is yours, mine is mine. Right? It's like we're working parallel lives,
But we're together.
we're together.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Things that we need to pay for the house, we raise. But like investment, I invest myself, you invest yourself. Like there are people who it works for them,
Yeah.
right? And that freedom is what a lot of people don't know, that you have the freedom to curtail and write your plan for how you want to live your life with this person. You don't need to, wameleta ng'ombe, then now you're stuck there. You're just like, I want to get out, or not. It's not even about the getting out. It's even you, for whatever reason, you want to sign the prenup. You are allowed to, right? But if I get into a relationship with you, right? We've signed a prenup. I have something, you have nothing, right? As you came in and still now you have nothing.
You've built nothing. That's a problem.
Mekokidu.
Or, signing a prenup
Because
sometimes.
I've literally, I should be rubbing off on you. You should be seeing ideas. So umekatu hapo, sasa unasema sasa, now kwa Boxpod could you leave? You know he's broke, right? I'm like, what the
Why
fuck
is he
has he been
still
doing for the
broke?
4
Yeah.
years that we've been together?
Actually, not sometimes. Most times, I think signing a prenup might make the relationship, might make you look bad. And it can actually lead on to you not getting married. Because one of the pillars of love, relationships, and marriage is trust. Like you have to put your trust in this person for you to, let them be by your side for the rest of your life. So now, if I'm there suggesting and saying that in the event we break up, I'm already thinking that we are going to break up, we're going to get a divorce. In the event that we kosana and this thing is not going to work, let's sign this piece of paper so that you secure what you have, I secure what I have. I'm a firm believer, okay, not firm believer. I'm such a hopeless romantic that I know prenups can be good, but I would not suggest a prenup if I want to get married to somebody, because I wouldn't want them to look at me different in a sense of me. I'm there thinking that this marriage might not go anywhere, because when I get married to somebody, I want it to be forever. So a prenup can be really bad. Unaweza suggest prenup alafu sasa hata you don't even end up getting married with this person. Or unaweza suggest prenup and you don't need it.
Yeah, but no, I honestly think it's what Kwambox is saying. You think of the beginning of a relationship where you really loved someone and you thought this was it, like forever and ever. Like think of like your worst breakup and then think of how you guys broke up. That's why you need to sign that
The one who
prenup
went
when
with the
shoes. The things. You need to sign that
She's a nice
prenup when
person.
you guys are in that happy place, just to reassure each other, I love you so much, no matter what the fuck happens, we are sorted. I'm not going to take your money. We are going to split things evenly. I don't want to leave you hurt or worse than, I found you. That's why you need to do the prenup in the beginning, just to show no matter what happens, you're still taken care of. Whether we break up or not, you'll still have your shit. I'll still have my shit. I feel like that's what a prenup is. It's not a story at you're prophesying doom. Like, why do you get insurance for your car? It's not like you're going to go bumping your car everywhere, but you still pay insurance every month.
No,
you know what I mean?
I'm so proud of you, Joyce.
Yeah.
But then also, on that same thought that you said, Africans don't get life assurance.
They don't?
You know why?
Do you know how much money is in it? Because
You're
they're
calling
prophesying
death.
death.
Exactly.
You're calling
That's
death.
not how it works,
How do I
guys.
need
That's
to
the
plan
same-
my funeral?
That's the
Nikikupa
same logic that Kerry has given us, explaining about this useless word called hopeless romantic. Right? Like the only thing romance is good for is a preamble to the to
the end.
mating, right? Have you ever seen? Do you watch National Geographic?
Sometimes.
Like I love watching
Sometimes
things
I
in the
find
animal
myself
kingdom.
just watching
You know
it,
why?
yeah.
Because human beings we think we're so
Complicated.
special. No, imagine we're not even. We think we're special. We love to complicate things, right? The average male species in the wilderness has to impress the woman.
Always.
Yeah, you have human men who are saying that I'm easy species in Ataka. I'm like, so you date an ostrich then. Sisi tunataka yeah? The guy doesn't even like you see somebody on their wedding day or the day he's coming to impress you hata hajapiga luku.
Okay.
Right? Na kuna bad kwa wilderness sign. And the baby's just like sijiski praying mantis. Chali inakam inasema babe mazishore unajua.
Let me show you.
I can show you to the world and the moon. Sawa Jonte come nionyeshe unaniania.
Show me your moves.
Bites the head off.
No thanks.
And Jonte has to finish. In his death, he has to finish.
Yeah.
You are not leaving me here to unajua babe nilimalizanga. Ukiendanga. He comes as he goes.
But still.
What I'm saying is
That has to be my favorite line ever.
he's coming as he's going.
Coming
Though.
as you're going.
Right? The whole universe, there's species that are showing us that, look, there's no shortcuts. With babes, you gotta impress.
You have to.
Like it's just
It's a performance,
That's nature.
okay?
Now we're very much moving away from nature, right? We're very, very much, and that's why these things like if you see the promiscuousness in the you know, and then yes, there's a few jungu birds that they hang around together forever, right? So not African birds for sure.
Wow, that's racist.
Hiyo ni kuku. Lakini hizi birds ati kakao. And then there's another bird that responds kakao. And then now they're together forever.
Oh God.
This is Nat Geo from
There's
the
something
Nordic
very wrong with you,
region.
by the way.
Because in Africa, right, the lion was wow. Right? He has found 4 lionesses chilling. He's cooled all of them. Like hajabakisha, and then there's another lion saying, akinibakishia row. He's going to fight that one.
Yeah.
He's going to fight that one.
So
You know
he
what I'm
can
saying?
get the 4 babes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kuku inside your. I've ever seen ati 2 kukus walking around at Yakoka na hen
ati
ati
uli
unajua
wangu.
they are married. No. Ng'ombe.
yeah.
You live in anywhere on so Facebook. Someone is telling you, guys, does anybody have a female? I want to bring my cow to mate, right?
To bring my horse to.
You know, hey, right? There's nothing that is due to horses are hanging at that one. That mate, look at them. They're having a romantic stroll. This romance thing, like yes, fine. It's
No, but
there.
romance is beautiful. Please.
But in the grand scheme of things, you see the way you're thinking, the romantic vibes. Are you thinking about the kids that you're going to have?
Yeah.
Ask kids of divorce. If there's one thing kids of divorce say, I wish my parents were organized.
Honestly.
Right? When you're
Wangejipanga tu
coming to
vizuri,
us, una pam, pam, param, kutoka. Ebu tell your father. Tell your father. Now you become a spokesperson. Right? Get your shit in order. Africans don't even like getting life insurance because
Ati they are calling
lakini
death.
kila siku tunachangia. And you could
Tuchangie.
easily life insurance that ensures that in death it takes care of the funeral services.
Yeah,
People
and
too.
your family.
And do you think, still on prenups, do you think a prenup would actually contribute to a marriage not ending? Because if I came in with nothing, and I know if I leave, I'd leave with nothing. Itafika point, I'm unhappy, but I'll still stay because this bloody document, man, I'll still have to wait for this person to die. So akikufa, at least... akikufa mbele yangu nitakuwa niko sawa, but I'll stay in it because I know if I leave I'm going to leave with nothing, and there's no way I'm leaving with nothing because I signed that document.
But you know there are other prenups for example, like there's different ways to write prenups. I think guys think it's only about property. There's also those ones of like if
When
someone
you leave,
cheats,
yeah. Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
marriage
They
is
get
over.
a certain amount.
Best way for cheating.
and that you know, so
Kuna
there's
pesa utaget
ways
kama
that
amount.
you set it up.
Best way for cheating, I think, is open a bank account. You put money there regularly. The person who cheats forfeits that money in that bank account.
Yeah.
Because you think
Genius.
couples, the one thing that hurts them so much when they're cheated on is money.
It's
You're
not.
just like, watch and amuonesha.
betrayal.
No, bro. Someone is trying to cut off your transformer. You think it's
ikifika
that
100
valuable.
billion.
Tena news they
Hiyo pesa ikifika 100 billion.
Utafika 100 billion juu nyu wote mko na pesa, si ndio?
Sindio?
Okay.
Why
Cheating
you don't have a
is
successful
cheating.
life?
It's okay.
It's not about the money. Because if it really was, right? If really the only thing that you're hurting me was my bank account, right?
Ningekulipa every time I
There's
cheat on you.
nobody who's just
yeah.
like, if there's money, then see, we can cheat me knowing that today let me
I
just
have
donate
money.
for them that
Yeah.
1 million.
Before cheat unapiga hesabu unajua this will cost me 20k.
But
Okay,
umesema
sawa.
uko na
But
1 billion,
she's fine
20k
though.
haitakuumiza.
Exactly. So you can, and if like you have 1 billion and your worries about cheating,
What you need other
bro,
problems in
you
your
should
life,
have been
honestly.
polygamous, right? Like what?
Should have just kept 5 wives.
Hizi ni shida gani? Hizi shida za msoto.
But yeah, I just think everyone just needs to decide, because relationships and marriages, let's be honest, they're not working. There's
What do you
actually
mean?
a divorce lawyer who said the percentage of divorce is now up to 75%. And those are the ones who have actually filed. We're not talking about the ones who have separated or may decide we are out, okay? 75%. And this is a divorce lawyer.
Yeah.
So there's something wrong.
I
It's
seriously-
not
I told
working.
Carrie that I have a lot of friends, right? Because I'm in my late 30s, right? And the latest 30. And do you know how many friends of mine? Around this time is when people are just getting divorced.
Yeah.
Marriages that we attended, we
Yeah,
attended weddings, or I was
imagine.
invited, I didn't attend. But I'm kind of grateful that I didn't, because it was a waste of my goddamn time.
And money.
Guys are divorced right
Yeah.
now, right? Guys are, in court cases, and you told me the whole divorce process, the way it's hectic. But at least you guys were early, right? Umechapa na mtu 10 years and you're still in the prime of
And
your
then the
nini,
court
right?
goes and tells you go reconcile.
You know, right? You're living in an Airbnb. Why? Because vitu zenye muliweka kwa nyumba, as in
Hiyo
it's
nyumba ni
hectic,
yenu,
and you have like little children
Man.
or teenagers. It's crazy.
Do things like that discourage you from wanting to get married?
Yeah. In fact, if you talk to those babes,
They'll tell you, I wish I never got
don't
married.
talk
I'm
to
like,
those babes, especially if you have you want to get married in future.
Yeah.
yeah, don't talk to those people. They'll tell you
stuff they
reasons
tell
why
you
you
is
should not
like
get married.
that is a sham. Because there's one friend of mine who calls it prison. I prison which she doesn't understand
Dying.
the way it's set up, right? Like she says the way marriage is set up, she doesn't understand it.
But why can't
it
you
wasn't
why
set up
can't
for
you
African
learn
people.
from other people's mistakes, your mistakes as well? Because as much as there's terrible marriages out there and terrible experiences of people getting divorced, there's beautiful ones as well.
Yeah, of course, there's a 25% that is still working, but
Yeah.
75%, that's high.
I wouldn't want something like that to discourage somebody to get married. I have told you guys that I want to get married. 2025, watch this space.
Yeah, but Carrie,
I am dead serious.
I don't
Whether it
think-
happens or not, or rather with the... Anyway, wacha tu. Karibu nibana
you
hapa
saw how
hivi.
that was going.
Yeah.
I
You
was
saw that?
like, yo,
Yeah.
it's like that guy who goes to a podcast and then he's asked,
It's
hey,
like,
so are you planning to ever get married? No, marriage is not my thing, but then
And
they're
then
in
he
a
has a
relationship.
girlfriend.
And then now she discovers,
And then he's
shit,
like,
I'm wasting my time.
no.
But marriages, when going back to what you're saying, I don't think people don't. Okay, I think the way marriage has been presented in 2024, it seems very transactional, right? For the families that are involved, you hear people negotiating about you like you're a cow,
Yeah.
right? your drunk uncle all of a sudden has a
socialite asked
moral
to do for
standing.
70
Kwanza, if you
million.
get pregnant before you get married, there's
You're fine.
something.
Count.
Yeah, there's a fine, and then in that discussion, your family actually says ati umevunja mbuzi mguu. Like they actually referring
You have to bring
you.
another cow.
Yeah,
there.
referring you
goat,
to like a whole goat.
Yeah. I mean, so there's already that, which, considering that we're now informed and we are now making choices for ourselves, are like, I don't think maybe I want to go in that direction. Yes, I want to continue the lineage of the family, but like, are there other ways to do this, right? And so that other ways is what people are looking at. Union, where you're telling in sickness and in health. Now you hear people are saying that, you know what, we've put space in our marriage for allowing for cheating. When you're growing up, did they ever discuss anything about cheating? They used to make it sound like it doesn't happen.
Shut your mouth,
right?
close your ears.
Or it doesn't happen. But now you grow up and you start talking to your aunties and they say, oh, men are always going to be men. They didn't prepare you for that when they're going for wedding negotiations.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
telling you about
yeah.
room for cheating.
Yeah.
But then you grow into that. Now, I'm saying, look, I don't want to find surprises where I start saying, no, Aki Jonte, imagine najua hiyo memba yako. Unanichokesha enda kupeleka huko nje. No. I don't want to do that. I want to have the conversation with Jonte from jump. I want Jonte to tell me, look, babes,
Tuongee sahi,
me
let's get it out of the way now.
I like many, many babes. Sawa.
Are you okay
But
with
then
this?
I don't want to have another family. I want to only have this family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The others are to play games. I want to be able to know that. Then I say, no, bro. Bah.
Not cut out for this.
I go tough.
Deuces,
But don't cheat me. Let's not act like I'm not going to premium tiers. Then I'll come to you, my mom. I'm saying, Mom, can you imagine?
yeah.
I went to ask him this. He slapped me. No, marriage ni kuvumilia. At the wedding, you never hear the pastor talking about it. Unajua marriage ni kuvumilia. He never tells you anything about being slapped. But then you go into the marriage and that's what someone is doing. You know, it's because he's going through stress.
Yeah. And I think it's from what you're saying, it's when people are not honest with each other. I've
from
got
the
a friend.
beginning,
I've got a friend who was dating somebody up until like one weekend on social media. Found out this guy, this cat trip, boys trip alikuwa amechukua.
Ni Rurasho.
Si Rurasho, it was a full-on wedding. Him and the boys kupiga hiyo picture, he is the groom. Like wamepiga selfie. He is the groom with the groomsmen huko nyuma. Akifikiria ni boys trip. So what do you think is going to happen to that marriage? Because that bride did not know that this guy was dating somebody.
Jesus. I've
Like,
seen a similar story.
you're
actually.
dating people and you're already in another serious relationship, going to get married to somebody. So if you're not honest with each other about the type
And
of person that you are,
yourself.
maybe it is doomed. And I think those are the things that could contribute to a terrible marriage ending up in a divorce that deserved a prenup.
Or people out here just killing each other. Why?
Yeah.
Because you're not being honest about
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get into a situation and then someone tells me, it's what is expected.
Like, who did you have this conversation with? 'Cause
No,
it's not
kwanza,
me.
ameanza, hey, once you have found a volume that works with me, let's have this conversation.
Yeah,
Find
yeah.
it, find
How
it.
about you take it down?
Right there. Let's go. What were you saying? Yeah. Because it's, where you find people telling you stuff like, a woman is supposed to, right?
Unaweza kupiga
And I can't
kuniambia
even
hizo
say
vitu.
anything back. Bro, it's crazy. And then, you forget that I was with Jonte in class 3.
Yeah.
We've gone paka class 8. We went to Form 4. I saw you making your first back, bro. I saw your first heartbreak.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden you're commanding for me things in the house because
Why?
somebody has told you you're the head.
Ati hivyo ndo inafaa kuwa. Hey, no thank you.
You're the left brain, I'm the right brain.
Yeah.
Right? You are the upper lip, lower lip.
Yeah, it's a
Left nostril,
union.
right nostril. You're the asshole. You can have it all.
Well, I'm going to try to be honest with the person that I intend to get married to or to marry. 2025, I honestly, me nataka kuthrow bash, man. Like, for
This guy has
real.
been wanting to get married for like forever. What is
It's
your-
not
what's
forever.
wrong
It
with
just
you?
happened this weekend. And you started DMing me with questions.
Unapenda
Yani.
mapenzi? Hey.
Mfalme wa mapenzi.
Nani apendi?
Some of us, yo. Like tunapenda love, lakini si ati sasa tukule love.
Imagine napenda love, but I feel like where I am in my single journey right now.
Yeah.
And this is something I found out recently. I'm going through relationship anxiety. Like, this is the longest I've been by myself in a very long time, and I've only had to worry about myself. I haven't had any like relationship issues. Like, it's just been about me, and the thought of being in a relationship again is giving me so much anxiety. I'm starting to feel like it's a prison. And I was told it's normal,
Yes,
especially
it is.
if you've been single for this long. It's
Yeah,
normal.
it's
It's
normal.
not that I don't want to. I just know it's something. I'll be back in therapy soon. Something I need to work through in therapy because now it's giving me anxiety.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, oh, what if I make the same mistake? I thought so and so was the one. When I did this and that, I thought I loved this person. Turns out I don't even like them. Like, I have so much anxiety going on when it comes to. So I can actually find like a really good guy, but I'll find a reason to be like, see, even with Nani, I thought it was going to be like this, and then I have to be in a relationship, and then I have to report to. So I'm going through a lot of that anxiety. So if you've been single for a while and you're feeling the same thing, it's perfectly normal. I found out the other
It
day.
is. And you know what it is? Because I'm kind of a master at like being single in long periods. What it is you get used to your own peace.
Your own way of
right?
doing things.
And dating is basically the best way to describe dating or letting someone into your life is reducing your peace willingly.
Why would you describe it like that? That's so grim.
No, as in, because like even the person you love the most, there's things about them that you're just like, so you just keep quiet for a bit.
Why are you chewing like that?
Exactly. You wake up and they're like, hi.
Like,
All
why
the
are
way
you
down to
shouting?
zero. I need silence
In
till
fact, say
midday.
nothing
You
for-
know what I mean? I remember this.
Don't talk to me
I remember
until
the time I was
midday.
dating and I was like, I'm just like, how can you be a ball of energy
In
at
the
6 in the morning and you're not being paid? Me, I'm paid. This is Sunday.
You're doing it for
I just
free.
want to sit there, read my book, and they're like, so, hey, huh? I'm
Twende,
like,
oh, yeah.
relax you and go to the gym. Aye. You know.
Ban
for
that
a walk.
energy.
So that's what I'm talking about. So it's not at a grim stuff like they're shouting at you or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like when you're alone, you don't even like you know how you discuss food, like what you're eating.
Yeah.
It's not a debate.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's up to you.
You just pick up
Do you
the
want
phone.
chicken?
It's
Do you want
not-
Chinese? Do you want
It's just
both?
like this. Now with somebody, it's like, babe,
What are we eating?
Like our Chinese yesterday.
it's only dishes at
Taki
lunchtime.
kuku.
Like who left the dish? Aki, it's your turn. When you think I'm on board, like that's imagine.
Yeah, so that's why when you're talking about like marriage and wanting to do this thing for life, I'm like, hey, it must be nice to be at that place. Hopefully I'll get there soon.
Yeah.
Because I want to, guys. Okay, deep down,
Yeah,
I actually
deep
love
down.
love. It's just, I don't know, just being single has been good for me, but now also it's created a whole lot of anxiety, which I already have.
Yeah. So the moral of the story here is if you plan to be single, don't zoea it because once you zoea it,
there's no turning back.
yeah, like you there's someone who told me my it's not I don't want to call it because they said that I'm anxious about relationships and I said it's not that I'm anxious, my bullshitometer is so high, like I know what I don't want.
Yeah,
I might not know what I know what I want exactly,
But what I don't
what
want-
I don't want, I will see it, I'll
Yeah.
spot it, and
Facts.
like I'll just be like, and they'll be still trying to impress me, and I'm just like, I already spotted it. I'm out. I'm not here. Alakaza.
Abracadabra.
Can't stick around for that. Yeah. But when you come from and believe me, there was a time I was like, I would never how I got used to this single space, right? I never used to be alone. I used to finish a relationship.
You went to another
You get
one.
into another one.
And me, I'm a relationship
Yeah,
kind
you're
of person.
serial
At that point,
monogamist at that
I'm
time.
like, wow. Natoka na
And
ingia
yours are
ingine.
long. Like,
Wow.
really,
Na
we're
ingia
talking
ingine.
years.
You know?
Yeah.
So after the one that taught character development to me, it character
2.0.
developmented me. I was just like, I think it took
must.
me like maybe 6 years to get over that. 6 years, like to completely,
That's almost as long as the relationship.
completely get things
Yeah.
out of my head. Completely, like not use references. When I meet someone, I'm just like, I'm comparing them to
Hey.
them. Like that. Those things still happen, even when you're broken up with someone. But now that one completely like, someone asked me, "Hey, your ex?" I'm like, what? What was their name again?
Yeah.